It's about 5:30 in the morning and I'm up for a sunrise here at the port as I promised on yesterday's episode. The quad bike is here as well from yesterday's episode. Quad bike needs a name. The only name that came to mind for me was Medusa for whatever reason, and Jody hates the name Medusa, and as you guys might know, Jody always gets her way, so I can't call it Medusa. We need a name for the quad bike. Help me out. I'm thinking something from Greek mythology, but yeah, other than that, we're down at the port, all these fishing boats, the castle back that way, amazing, and yeah, it's just a matter of trying to find a composition now. So out of nowhere, this wind just picked up and it's really kind of nasty. It's blowing pretty hard, and I actually don't think this morning's gonna work from a photography standpoint, at least what I was hoping for, just because the wind's no big deal. I can work with the wind, but there's a big layer of clouds that direction, and that's where sunrise is coming from. And when that happens, it just blocks all the light, all the color at sunrise. So I'm gonna try to snap off a couple photos while the light's still blue hour light, just to get a little bit of color in the sky. I'm working with a very simple frame, kind of what I did yesterday, just snapshotty. I did this yesterday and I actually like yesterday's snapshot better than this, but just going simple with the castle out that way, some empty space, some boats in the foreground, and I think I'm okay with this. In Georgia, it was always dogs coming to join you for photography. Here in Greece, although this one's running away, it seems like it's gonna be cats every time, which is also cool. Always nice to have company when you're out shooting. What's that? Oh, there's two of you? So I talk about this quite a bit on my channel. Don't wait until sunrise to go out and shoot. It's sunrise at 6:30 this morning, so don't rock up at 6:15 in the morning to take your pictures. Not only does getting here really, really early give you a chance to location scout, find a shot, stuff like that, but it also gives you the opportunity to shoot the best light if that best light happens before sunrise. In my opinion, the best light of the morning probably already happened. There were some nice pinks in the sky, pre-glow, and now that the sun's kind of coming up, there's a wall of cloud that's gonna block that and I think ruin all the color from the morning. So get out, shoot early. Sometimes the best photo happens a half hour, 45 minutes before sunrise. It's not always that epic sunrise light. Let's talk about the shot. I'm trying to figure out a shot still, a new shot. I kind of shot a very simple, minimalist shot of the castle, but these fishing boats are too colorful down here in the foreground not to capture. So I'm trying to go wide and capture almost the contrast of it all. You've got the really colorful fishing boats in the foreground, you've got some really beautiful modern sailboats in the middle, and then the really old castle in the background. And I love the contrast of it all, and I'm almost falling into a little bit of a trap trying to capture it all in one frame, but when there's no color in the sky, you gotta do something. Camera setup, 16 to 35. It's a 4-stop medium grad ND, and then yeah, the image stabilization's turned off. It looks like f11 15 seconds. So sunrise just happened just now, and yeah, no light, no underglow light anyway, but there's like this pastel-y purple and blue light that was the case yesterday when we were wandering around this time of night as well, that if I get light like this the whole time we're in the Greek islands, I will be totally okay with it. Because yes, those big open sunsets and sunrises with tons of color are amazing, but I think that I really enjoy these pastel-y colors that you get in places like the Greek islands when you got lots of whites around, lots of colorful boats. Sometimes you don't need that massive color in the sky if you've already got color on the ground and a lot to work with down in the landscape. So yeah, I'm okay with this. I totally lied about the light this morning. I didn't lie, I was just wrong because I'm an idiot and I can't read the TPE properly. Yes, it's still windy, but I thought the sun was supposed to rise from there, but apparently it rose right there because it came out right in the background of my image. And unfortunately a cruise ship came in and kind of blocked everything for the absolute best light, but it's still really nice even though the sun's been up for a while. Lots of pastel colors, greenish blues in the foreground, you might call them teals, pinks and oranges and blues in the sky, and it's coming out really well. I've come back to my original shot and I'm just shooting 4-stop medium grad ND, a 6-stop ND, and I think that's f16, 15 seconds. There's a little bit of motion in the boats, but I kind of like that aspect. I do really wish that I was way out there on the wave break, because the way the light is, I think it could have just been a phenomenal minimalist photo. So I'm gonna just pack up even though the light's still good, and I'm gonna wander down the wave break, do some location scouting, because it does look like it goes a really long way out that way. Let's go. I guess they call it a sea break for a reason. The waves are hitting these rocks and just smashing over, and yeah, if I get too close I'm gonna get soaked. Check this out back that way. I'm not sure, at least with the swell being like it is, that I trust myself to get my camera out there without getting soaked, but maybe when the seas are calmer, that's absolutely stunning that way. So I'm just walking along the seawall and it is beautiful. The light's still amazing, and I could not have been more wrong about the light this morning. It's beautiful here, there's a good morning vibe, lots of locals running along the seawall, and it's amazing. It's way bigger than I thought it was. I've gone just past the castle and it looks like, I don't know, a couple kilometers out that way. It looks unreal. And I'm thinking, as I get hit by a sea wave, that potentially if I get far enough out there, it might be one of these really cool minimalist shots with a big leading line leading straight out into an emptiness or into a big open sky. Maybe it's sunset another day or maybe sunrise tomorrow. But yeah, I think there's a lot to work with here. We based ourselves in Heraklion because we thought it was kind of central. It's close to all the ferries, we'd be able to get to the other islands. But to be honest, I didn't think there was going to be much to shoot here in town, and there's a ton to shoot. So I'm really stoked about this. This is pretty awesome, but it's also very, very windy. I love the line, how it curves around and almost just disappears at the end. So I do think this is a photo for tomorrow or another day. It's so windy, and you might think that's the reason why I'm not flying the drone, but the actual reason why I'm not flying the drone is because the airport is just there, so I'm within the airport's boundary. Otherwise, this would be the best place to drone fly. I don't think I'm gonna walk any farther. I think I'm gonna come back here tomorrow and shoot here tomorrow. Hopefully the same light, but less wind. I talked about this a little bit in Tbilisi. Let me spin you around first before I get into this. We've been here for a week, and I want the record to be shown that although it's a little bit messy, it's not that bad. We're being much more behaved than I usually am, and it's mostly because the boss over here is keeping me in line. Anyways, what I was trying to talk about was staying in line. I talked about it in Tbilisi, how I was trying to get back to being healthy. I was trying to get back to having a better balance in my life, especially from a health standpoint. And things have been progressing so good since we arrived in Tbilisi. I lost 6 kilos. And I feel much better, my stomach feels much better, but I also feel like every now and then we need a reward. So what are we doing, Jody?
Ice cream!
We found out there's a Ben & Jerry's here in Heraklion, and that's my favorite ice cream. I'm gonna get fish. No, I'm not getting fish food. I'm getting
fish food, and you're gonna try.
Jody's getting fish food, which is her favorite. I'm gonna get cookie dough, which isn't my favorite. My favorite's half baked, but it's close enough. So what we're kind of doing with our lives when we're living this healthy lifestyle is giving us like one treat a week. One time a week we're doing cheat day where we can get ice cream and a burger if we want. So it's cheat day, and I'm also gonna cheat day by not taking the vlogging camera. I'm gonna just grab the 50mm, no image stabilization, and I don't know, maybe take some pictures as I walk, maybe take some video clips as we walk. Maybe not do any of that, but it's just kind of nice to have a camera in hand and not a vlog camera. So I'll check in when we get back, probably with ice cream all over our faces. Back home in our humble little home here. Today was a really good day, and kind of how things are kind of going to happen when we're here in Heraklion on a day-to-day basis. Go out and shoot a sunrise or a sunset, and maybe do a little bit of exploring or ice cream eating middle of the day. But I'm really trying to focus on work more than I used to. I used to kind of just run around taking pictures and vlogging and doing all that stuff, and then clients would get mad at me for never keeping up with the work I needed to. So I'm trying to kind of balance things out as we did in Georgia. And I think it works. And tomorrow, hopefully it works again. Tomorrow I'm gonna head to the exact same location I went today, except for like way down on that wave break, as I think that'll be cool. So wish me light tomorrow, and I'll see you guys there. Peace.